A children's treasury of Chassidic tales. A tale of two tailors. Mendel and Sender were a couple of tailors. Mendel and Sender lived in Vilna. They were partners. They didn't have a store. They were traveling tailors who went from town to town, village to village, schlepping scissors, needles, and thread to sew clothes for people all over the country. One day, on their travels, there was a Jewish leader, a Parnes. The Parnes was sad. The Parnes was tired. The Parnes was upset. "What's the matter, Reb Yid?" said Mendel. "Maybe we can help." So the Yid told him his sad tale of woe. The local governor is a real big shot, and he has a daughter who's getting married soon. And this governor told me to find some good tailors, the best tailors in the land, to have a beautiful gown made for his daughter. However, I bought him all kinds of tailors, and he doesn't like the dresses. They're too big, they're too short, they're not pretty enough. I don't know what else to do. He doesn't like any of the dresses and clothes I bought for his daughter. If I don't find him an expert tailor soon, he's going to take away my home and chase me out of town. Hey, maybe we can help, Reb Yid. We are two fine tailors. Yes, we are. We can do the job. "Thanks, guys," said the Parnes. "But I told you already, I've tried the best, and he didn't like anything." Mendel and Sender insisted, and they begged, and finally they were brought to the governor. The governor said, "If you guys think you can sew well enough for me, go ahead." The two men were sewing and cutting and fitting and stitching for days and days and days on end. And when they were finished, the governor's daughter tried on the dress they made. And she looked lovely. She loved the dress. Oh, wow. The girl was happy. The governor was happy. The Parnes was happy. Hooray! Soon Mendel and Sender made clothes for all the members of the wedding party. Beautiful gowns and suits and ties. Everything so nice, so beautiful, so beautiful. What a happy wedding it was. Mendel and Sender were paid very well for the job. In cash, of course. They became pretty wealthy. But most of all, they were happy they could help a fellow Jew in a time of trouble. Then the governor said, "You know, there's a poor Jewish farmer around here. He and his family are locked in a dungeon because they couldn't pay their taxes on time. They're hiding underground somewhere." Well, Mendel asked, "Excuse me, Governor, how much would it take to free them?" The governor said, "Well, 300 rubles. Sender thought long and hard. He had worked for that money, and he made for sewing those dresses. Sender didn't want to give up his money. Mendel took all his money and gave it to the governor. Here you go, governor. Take my money. And guess what happened? The governor let the poor Jewish farmer and his family out of jail, and they were free. And that's where our story ends, but for a little while, because let's see what happens next. Sender goes back to the city and opens up a store, and he does very well. But Mendel becomes a poor beggar. He loses all his money. He becomes broke, and he has to go on the street begging for tzedakah. One day, a rich man came walking down the street. Can you give me some tzedakah? Tzedakah? Mendel asked. What will you give me if I give you tzedakah? I'll give you a bracha, said Mendel. Well, okay. The rich man gave Mendel some money, some tzedakah. And you know what? All day long, that merchant had a good mazel at work, at his business. He made a lot of money. And you know, Kinderlach, every day after that, that rich merchant kept coming back to Mendel as he got richer and kept asking for blessings and kept giving him tzedakah. And soon, he got more and more rich and more rich. He became a millionaire. And then soon, the merchant told all his rich friends, and they came, and they gave tzedakah to Reb Mendel, and they got a bracha from Mendel. And more people from all over came to get blessings. They all came Mekayim, they all became fulfilled. Finally, even the Baal Shem Tov heard about Reb Mendel's brachas and how they came true. And he went to see Mendel. What were Mendel's secret powers? How did he have such incredible kaiches to give people blessings? Well, Mendel told the Baal Shem Tov the whole story. How once upon a time, in another lifetime, he was a tailor, and that he had saved a Yid from being killed. He had saved a Yid and his family from being starving in a dungeon. He told the whole story of the daughter of the governor who had a wedding. Yes, once upon a time, Mendel had been well off. And he had sewed clothes for the governor's daughter. And he had been a rich man. He had almost been rich. And how he gave all the money he earned from that wedding to free that Jew. When the Baal Shem Tov heard the whole story, he said, that's it. You did a great mitzvah, Pidyon Shvoim, and Hashem is rewarding you. And you know what? The Baal Shem Tov asked Mendel to stay with him. He taught Mendel Chassidus. Mendel was happier than ever. He later became a big Talmud Chacham and even wrote a book on Kabbalah. He got closer to Hashem in the end. And that's the end of our story. The Tale of Two Tailors.